Since we're on the topic of artists, it brings us to our first question from the community. This is from Kickback Couture. Shout out to July. We definitely mess with July. She said, "What habits do your most successful artists have?" And I'm gonna add producers onto that as well.
Yeah, because nowadays I want to make sometimes there's no differentiate. It's hard to differentiate between a producer and an artist because some artists are producers, some producers are artists. So but I feel like some of them have the same traits. It's just a little different. But I feel like some of the most important traits are like talent. I mean, people take it for granted, but you really do. I feel like you have to be talented. I've heard some songs that I didn't really care for that song, but to have a sustainable career over a long period of time, you have to be talented, in my opinion. I feel like you have to have work ethic. So there's a saying that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe that, So if you look at guys in any profession, I think Malcolm Galway had this 10,000 hours thing. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I was just reading the story of KD, he basically lived, ate, and breathed basketball for his first up until now, till he just got hurt recently. So it was just, you have to be consumed with it, and to be the best, it has to be all about that, because you got people gunning for you, and so you have to have that work ethic. I feel like you have to have relationships and connections, because if you have talent, you have work ethic, but you don't know anybody, and now the internet makes it a lot easier. Sorry about that. So, but if, for example, iBeats, he was hard worker, he had the talent, and then he met me. And then he sent me some beats, and I sent them to Oliver. Oliver gave it to Drake. And now here's a guy who didn't speak English at the time. He did the Galachester record for Drake and got a placement. So for example, Bobby Johnson, he was producing in Germany. He was a kid. He was in college. And he sent these beats to Q, one of my former clients. And Q made this on OG Bobby Johnson. Right. Me and Tunde signed him. Shout out to LVRN. And he got this placement with Beyonce, So, and we connected him, got some other good stuff going for him, but he made those connections, and then that plays a big role into it.